quick announcement before we start this session. We ask that everybody stay masked up the entire time. We will not have tea service, and we encourage you to keep your mask on and save your drinking for the break if you can. Thank you.
When practicing, can you hear me? Okay. When practicing, there are lots of different forms of siddhi or spiritual attainment. So there's a lot of pith instructions given on siddhi or spiritual attainment. And practicing Vajrakilaya is a very powerful practice. And so when obstacles occur, they're actually a sign of spiritual attainment. So spiritual attainment takes many forms. And when, for example, Jigten Sumgun was about to attain complete enlightenment, he had underwent a severe illness. So when meditating, how should we understand obstacles? Obstacles are, because of the strength of practice, they're the swift maturation of our karma. So karma kind of inflames quickly. And so it looks like an obstacle, but it's in fact a sign that we're purifying our negativities and obscurations. So whatever we incur, whatever illness may befall us, we should understand it to be the full maturation of our karma, or the full ripening of our karma. So no matter what obstacles occur, think of them as a sign of purifying our negativity and obscurations. Tashi Delek to everyone participating online.
Good morning. This is a yellow prayer book, page number 1.
All Mother, sentient beings, limitless as space, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience. May they experience happiness, be free from suffering, and swiftly may they attain precious, unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment. All Mother, sentient beings, limitless as space, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience. May they experience happiness, be free from suffering, and swiftly may they attain precious, unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment. For that purpose, until I attain Buddhahood, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. Until death, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. From today until this time tomorrow, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue.
Vajrakilaya Sadhana, page number 1.
Dur je be jem ka la so
Nam shi tu jara de jen dor je chok se men yen je bar ban do la ten ne do je jan da den bar yo da ga da ye ye nyam je ve me zen bar wan do don do jim san jo zen je bar yan jen gar ken ne zen jo de be ten do yo si jo do je do yong de do za ya nan zen ne ma dong we se ma ze je par ba ne ze la ne na be za ga da se ko kong ge de jan na ne la re du ye ma de jan de long sa je da de jan che me se wan ye la ve de jan lan de sa de ko le ge yan de je bo jan de ge je ba ra ga na jo me wa je pa ra je da ge do be ne se na pa ra je da do go ba yo do yo page 12 Ep13 Number seven. Om Benza Amerdai Gandala Hanaha Om Be Om Soba Vajra Sarvadam Soba Vajra Dombe Ngale Ramle Rambochi Nudo Omle Don There's a Yedam balanda gaga gaya gaya O deva loga bala sabara balanda gaga gaya gaya O deva loga bala sabara balanda gaga gaya gaya Loga Sabara Vara Argam Badam Bebere Galogan Shabda Yeah. page number 13. dong jo de je wa ze yin ye ze ge ze nga yin ye me bo ka da ze da ni ra ra par ba de tu ran ye je yin yin ko lo yin da ma ding jo yo je so ni ye be ba ga ne ye yin be dong ma ya la da hong ga ya ya mo de bo dong de ya ya mo do go yin je ya ya mo de go da da ja ya ya jan sar de wa mo bon yin on je ya bon yo yo ya ya la yin de ja ya ya marcha la yon con se ya ya se na so ye re ye te je la do je ya ya sa so ye de da do nye ye na ya ra san sa do ya ye de do je yo wa de do ra da san ya na so then go ye go ma do ye 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 go ma re go yo de se da da ba ga do ye da ni yo na sa da se ja dong ge je so dong go yong sa do ba ye do ye do ga nye ma sam ba sang ga par ba de ye do ga nye ma de ye do ye de wa hong la ha je la na ra ra je de ba da do ga hong so je ja wa dam je ye wang ku ye je la ba ye wang da dong yo de be je. Purple Consecration, page number 71. Om Benza Gala Gala Ya Sura Sura Ra Sura Ade Dera Mo Mo Hala Hala Drupchen Jumbo Sadhana Mara Om Benza Gala Gala Magadala, Magadala, Dadala, Dada, Chataranza, Hum, Drupchen Jumbo Marai, Om Benza Gala Gala, Indala, Mandala, Raika, Raika, Drupchen Jumbo, Wakanga, Maraya, Om ba je nam tong shu shen kan sun je ro wa yi se chak ba ju da ni ba je sarve lag ba ye ba da ve je ye deng da a kar bo yong ba ra ni me chen kar je vis ma mar bo ye je so mo nga la da ve je si ma ke ba zang ye deng da o ho so a ha yin je so mo nga la ni me chen kar si ma ke ba ye deng da ma la ma ba da yin zhe na wu de ge san si nga ri ju de le ren a ya yun ju lam je sa wa ju o ma ha ke ne da ja na be so ba wa e man ge ha sa ma ya ho Samaya do benzo enjo le yom yom bare kyo sancho semje özere je pa kandem je gane yege hong tengar jo on benzare gala gala hon za hong ye yong sa jaraba Chōwōn tēnā hyār jēk sānyē jīn sāmb sāyē phārvā dāng yōng chāk kyo nām kēmē nām jā jā phārvā sūsam nō vārā dāng dīm gār jē sūmē nē dōng bā dā mē yē sā sān chōwā tē jām dō kōmā hōng kārā chō kyo jē lā chōwā jē jām dō ōmā lā dō bō jē dē chōwā chō Yaryan Tantab Dang Jeba Jamdo Ome Loi Goma Ige Chesin Je Woda Jevege Warzan La Bursa Joni Sawa Jo Dada Sencho Papa Purga Dam Je Jang Rojo De Ne Zamba Yarjek Sanye Suncha Nasodo Jardang Cheva Tsikpa Kala Yaya Da Terra Do Pansami Badamba Jur Jengur Sunje Lasonan Tawa Om Karbo Demba Amar Toga Hong Kong Bure Zemba Jur Hon sanje kunje rangi ko Ani dorje chiryen le Barbe chowa me zeba Kaya yin sa da je Tobe omle özer karbon che Soje jarwa namje kala nye ben chuba par Kaya tok na je san la tam je nambar tsara de tawara tam Le je zik zin chodan bar Devara shik ba tam je kodoy Danye do jo Oen buddha gala gala Kaya benzar ni Zola zola tan zola tan zola Puja Sava Savana Hon Be Wan Sanje Kunje Rangi So Nanye Dorje Chiryen Le Dave Chova Mezeba Songe Yen Sada Dembe Ale Özere Marbonche Soje Jarwa Namje Songla Jebe Chubamba Songe Senla Damje Ayege Namba Sorode Dembe Ala Dembe Ngake Neba Chodamba Devare Yegba Damje Songdorje Danye Dojo Maka Benzarne Saravandit Shishodanaye Om Sanje Kunje Rangendo Nanye Dorje Cheyenle Chuo Mezeba Toje Yensa Dajeje Doge Hongle Ezer Hombodre Sobje Java Namje Tola Nyebe Chubamba Togye Senla Damje Honge Nambar Tsarade Yinkara Dembe Semje Todon Chodamba Devare Kikba Damje Je Togdorji Danye Dojo O Benzar Kala Kala Sedam Benzarane Petale Menda Makodala Tada Hombe Jenkora Sanj Dorje Sanje Savon Lesa Huje Kamsam La Cha Semjen Tamje Je So Yi Xie So Wanka Zhezoge Nyumung Ba Ne Jiang Savon A Ne Se Zhe De Chok De Jer De Chok Bo Yang Wo De Xian Wong A Hong Sem De Jer Saran De Ne Da Da Sem Jo Ge Ne Sem De De Kam Sem Si Ba San Wang Jo Wa Yo Om A Hong Om A Hong A Sabai Kore Samai Za Hong Bang O Da Je Je Ben Do Dun Da San Dan Yin Je Gan De Wa Sun Ye De Le Zun Je Ba Wang Dang Er Den Da Zo Je Je Sa Re Na Pi Je To Ge Hong Le Ezer So Jen Che So Je Java Gung E Dan Ye Kor Dan Je Ba La Po To Jo Gar De Wang Kor Ve So Wa Da Devare Kik Ba Tam Je Je Ko Song Tok Yun Tin Che Le Tam Je Je Ngo Pa Wun Jing E Rang Yin Cha Dar Ba Sa Fa Re Na Hong Ge De Da Ngo Ning Ren De De Tam Ba Le Song O Hong Zhang She A Ma La Ma Ban Da Nam Se Jer De Da Le Karma Her Ring A Ya Yen Je Gare Jerbe Jom San Der Se Jom Bab Le Je Na Gan Tan Da Ya Yen Na Tembe Kavare Ga Wa Jen De I Ke Nga Wang Gor Yon Sa Do Ba Jo Go back to page number 21. O ra ra do ge ze je ye ye sam yin da jo Garchen Rinpoche Yonu Doyu
Light rays radiate throughout the 10 directions from the seed syllable and the mantra string at my heart, invoking the 3 roots of Maya from their very hearts. All their blessings of body, speech, and mind descend like rainfall in the forms of white Om, red Ah, and blue Hong, dissolving ceaselessly into my 3 places. Then all the blessings and powers of all the victorious ones, compassion in the form of inconceivable Vajrakilaya deities large and small, gently fall and merge with me. The deities of my body mandala, as well as the deities in union residing within my channel, are like the seeds of an open sesame pod. They and all the mandala deities recite the mantra, resounding like a broken beat.
Dili Chiroda Madani, purpose and have got ordinary, and go to it in a Dili Kardang. Mam Tringa Kodio, is that of the Mambo Sunguyore? Like to talk Karina, or is that of the Mambo Sungay? The Zer Toan, Davati. The Toa Doan, power, that to the Sami Jitty, 17,000 Koali, Jar. The Asanji and Tuba Purdy, the Kali, the Visit, something is very, the Mumachi Tari, something, the Zer Cheshung, they pass on me, Sanji Tamsira, something which have you did, the Sanji Yungi, the Sanji didn't have to do the Yamari, the judge was so to say, so you think war, then war, ni, so, some day, so dirty. Do something, they bought a Manga Tata, got in a Sanji, do some Yamari. The Sanji of the top, the tree, we only took. They have also took you quality, also the Diam water to get to Coro Cordone, that's the two tongue of Tadi, didn't water to leave what I know. They let her Lari something and so many. Can't get you wrong, music down. Suggest of the part of what so on your marriage. Draw it on the kids, so that one draw your either. Lay down the sa, did about the corner, Tito, that you are the here. Jim dream or do the be about a person, Anthony, young of the half of the key to my own, can't you show it?
All my Dharma friends, I would like to talk today about the Kilaya consecration, or the Kila consecration. So yesterday we talked a lot about the light rays radiating and returning from and to the mantra garland. Whatever sadhana we practice of whichever deity, each one contains this part of light rays radiating and returning. So when the light rays radiate, they are the rays or the beams of loving kindness and compassion. And they beam out to all living beings, freeing them. Likewise, these light rays go out and make offerings to all the Buddhas. So this light of loving kindness offers to the Buddhas in the 10 directions. Oh wait, no, that's not right. They make offerings to the Buddhas of the with the 3 types of faith. So we make offerings recognizing the qualities of the Buddhas. So the Buddhahood, the state of Buddhahood or the Buddhas are very vast. And so from the perspective of Buddhahood, there is no location. There's no up or down or the 4 main and 4 intermediate or 10 directions. And there's likewise no past, no future, and not even the concept of a present. So in Buddhahood, none of these are there. Buddhahood is always present. This is understanding enlightened mind. So the 6 classes of sentient beings wander helplessly in cyclic existence. But from the perspective of Buddhahood, though there are no sentient beings, there's the mind which wishes to help them. So as it says in the 37 practices of the Bodhisattvas, though seeing that all phenomena neither come nor go, the Buddhas work ceaselessly to benefit beings. So it's with the understanding of the minutiae of karma, cause, and effect. So understanding that cyclic existence, understanding well that cyclic existence comes about through causes and conditions. This is what we should understand, and I'm going to tell you all that I know. The purpose of
통화니는 강의를 와빠들은 가야면 쪽 공을 가야면 쪽 가요 그래. 가야면 쪽 등에서 마다 백으면 소소거든요. 수고들라 생정왕아 난유몽아 사완이 싱하데 사완이 유몽아데 민소나 이렇게 잡아는 거는 정도로 정말 와빠들은 가야니 내가 따라들이랑 줄 내다 내지 봐요. 무슨 샘이 오래 샘 때더니 남시 시도 메요나 네 시간은 저러고 그래. 내 마음이네 들이 다다 내가 뉴문 말을 뉴문 말안 지금 뭐 동마에 치서 들이 뭐 있을리죠. 뉴문 봐도 생다고 그러나 이 시시가 매다 그래. 생디 남상 매는 처럼 매인 정도 그래. 마음이 생이네. 매스로 매디 이시 매봄이 차죠 그래. 내들 마음이 받으면 매네 생디 매당 차이라 하지. 대외들이랑 따로 모니들이 남치들이 시가를 하고라. 또 대따음 주는 남치 시하고라. 오, 대 남치 시는 미나. 이 시가 다 가는 책도도 없대. 남도는 뭐 생다고만 남도도 또 맞지. 세면 맞잖아요, 배는. 무엇보다 지만은 되는 생다고 차로요. 레소는 놓아주고 하자. 뭐 시성들이 또 맞지 배는. 동원이들이 유무가 매와 유몽을 하지 이시는 거 찍고래. 그래 쳐다보면은 대적으로 고아차네. 오 드리다다다랑 나는 샘는 유몽하러 해서 서르딘 조왕하게 되게 이 유망한 보다 사다로 봐 사차 저두 매옥롱 샘남카 하디 조왕하다 타디 대 마다바가 사차로 봐래 수고들이 들이대 하고서나 답답하더니 라가는 절 나이 뭔가지 시간을 겨루더니 이자들이다 오 메인들이다 시간을 겨루는데 답답해 공부를 다때 내리를 꼬아잖아 이제마다 보면 이제라고 세도 다 와야나 그래서 이제 생는 때 매다 맞게 생는 동의해 오는 것은 마다 바가라
So at the beginning of the consecration of the Kila on page 72, we have the mandalas on the right palm and the left palm and the fingers. From where do the male and female aspects of the deity emerge? What do they relate to? Generally, we have the impure perceptions of our body and the 5 outer elements. So outwardly, there are the 5 elements. Inwardly, there are the 5 afflictive emotions. And secretly, there are the 5 aspects of primordial wisdom. So if this secret 5 aspects of primordial wisdom manifest, become actualized, then we have the 5 Buddha families. So on our hands, we visualize these mandalas. But what should we understand inwardly in the mind? We are describing the actualization of primordial wisdom. And if that isn't recognized on the temporary level, we have afflictive emotions. The actual nature of the afflictions themselves is emptiness. So just like feeding fuel or wood to a fire, primordial wisdom is like a fire, and it has the ability to immediately incinerate all of the afflictions. So we describe primordial wisdom as masses of wisdom flames. So it has the ability to mature all that is immature or ripen all that is unripened. So then the inner afflictions are not seen as separate from primordial wisdom. So as we've been describing, we need to recognize the difference between consciousness and primordial wisdom or timeless awareness. If we understand this difference between the afflictions and primordial wisdom, then primordial wisdom will have the ability to burn away the afflictions. So it can burn away our ordinary perception of things and grasping to their characteristics. And we burn away all of the momentum of karma. So this is recognizing all afflictions as their nature of emptiness. They are empty. So from this perspective, the nature of the afflictions and the nature of primordial wisdom are one, like water into water. So in one's inner mind, there are the 5 afflictive emotions, and on the outer level, the outer elements relate to our own aggregates. So the body is the earth element, the fluids is the water element, the heat is the fire element, the breath is the air element, and consciousness is the element of space. But here we say, I manifest as the great glorious one, in my right palm is a white awe, and so forth. So here we are understanding that the inner mind is actually the nature of wisdom, and it's merely the fuel of this wisdom that appears temporarily as suffering or impure. So the Kila consecration talks about the 6 syllables of the 6 classes of living beings. So we have the light that radiates in the consecration and then returns. And it returns as the first, these 6 syllables of living beings. So we can really first talk about ignorance, which is the root of all afflictions. Ignorance is not recognizing the nature of mind as it is. Not recognizing the abiding nature is ignorance. And there's a connection here, so Rinpoche has created this, there's a connection between ignorance, the tree, and this ah syllable of pride. So there's a connection between ignorance and pride. Pride is the sense of myself, like an inflated sense of self, thinking of oneself as better than others. And based on this inflated sense of self, you accumulate karma and afflictions. So there's a relationship between ignorance and pride. So secondly, there is this connection between attachment and stinginess, So there's a great connection between desire and stinginess. So they're both related to this like craving, oh, I want this is my thing, I need this. So there's a really big connection between desire and stinginess in the 6 afflictions.
내가 사방이 되는 거라도는 사방이 다 탑주거든. 단 잡으면 다 탑주거든. 가지고 가래리 차도도 시랑인 줄 아니면 이렇게 야와 당디 사방이 차원에 차도도 시랑인 줄 알아요. 이 너나 되니까 그래. 그리고 덤벅당가 제가 오늘도 되니 그걸 좀 듣더라고요.
And lastly, there's a connection between the jealousy of the asuras and the anger of hell beings. So there's a very great relationship between jealousy and anger. Anger, again, is for the demigods, and anger is for the hell realm. So I've linked these into groups of two, and two. And once these are all over, so in the consecration we overcome all of them.
신바, 제와, 니바 탐지 요바 늦게 매바. 그러다니 죽을 롱도 어디니. 롱거 야총다고 되는 데이터와 하고는 들이 랑게 류가 다디면 빠데다고 되니. 롱거 야총다고 사이거들. 난 똥이 맞다고 something. 오 좋아를 좀다 다디가 레다 뉴모 맞제바데. 야와니 콜로다고 돼. 레다 제대로서 될식도 못해. 우리처럼 들이고서 대신된 뭐 상계야 요리 상계를 대해서 알거든요. 나 똥거도 제디 그리 롱거로 주도 싶은 줄 모르지. 나 똥거도 제디.
And they transform first into the syllable Om, which is the syllable of enlightened form. So what is real ignorance? Ignorance is thinking everything of this world as real, as truly existent. So we think of everything as real, but actually every phenomena is merely composite and temporary, subject to destruction, impermanent. So all things of this world are composite and impermanent. This Om syllable is the syllable of the enlightened form of the deity, the inseparable unity of appearance and emptiness, the Vajra of enlightened form. So the enlightened form of the deity contains the qualities of power, love, and omniscience. But it isn't like a real, or it's not like an actual creature. It's an entity of the Sambhogakaya, like a rainbow. So we should recognize that nature. In enlightened form, there is no self-clinging. So again, it's the unity of appearance and emptiness. It's appearing like an illusion. In the 6 classes of living beings, based on karma and afflictive emotions, we take various forms, for example, the form of the hell beings. But even there, every living being possesses Buddha nature. It's just a question of making this Buddha nature manifest. So Buddhahood is replete, inherent in this seed of Buddha nature. So part of this maturation is this Om syllable, the Vajra of enlightened form, appearance, and emptiness. This is the level of the Sambhogakaya, the Vajra of enlightened form, appearance, and emptiness.
미디 리드 미리 센드 미리 삼보다 세미리 셔서 미로데 미다가 거라 오 조드 디제리 미다바 동바지리 오 세드 거기야 오마이 나인도 바원데 히야 오마메 리드 디제리 미다바레데 그 센담벨 사강데 리드 찍바치 쩔리 더블 사강 망은 토로리 저기 미리 니디 미로 오 통대는 두지 뭐가 집안이만 나 떠오르는데 통대 나 떠오르거든지 저도 그네 말이지 누마다 그래서 하거든 나 떠오르거든지 그네 말해서 돼 하고라
The Vajra of enlightened form, appearance, and emptiness is, we can understand by thinking of all the people that we see. So we see a person, and we should ask ourselves, is this person their body, or is this person their mind? It's really, this person is their mind. So this body is nothing but an impermanent amalgamation, but the mind never dies. So the body is appears because as a composite impermanent phenomena, which is the basis for self-fixation, and all of the attachment and aversion throughout the world is the same. It all stems from Dimpartimpa, from thinking of things as real. So we see a thing and we believe it's real, and we grasp to it as an actual thing, and we grasp to its characteristics. So the Om syllable is the Vajra of enlightened form, appearance, and emptiness. We should understand that actually the body is like an illusion. The body is like an illusion. That's how we should think. And instead, we should understand appearance and emptiness. It's not actually real.
다들 은혜에서 다들 나동지 뒤도 봐지 책임보는 게 당연히 줘버리지 책도 봐서 lang상 컨트롤하더니 나동지 뒤도 봐지 다들 은혜 다 그런 거야 다도 누구요 이 다도 다가도 다은이 요가리 다가도 다들 은혜에서 지게 넣어서 오, 다 책다 다기 뭐니나 뭐니 가래나 가래주는 뭐야마 그 저도 사서 뭐 따로 그 가래라는 맞이나 많이 다 초과잡이야 다들 봐 차서서는 세 맞이나 그 초과로만 다도 많이 해서 오 다다 동시에 이 다도 성도기 다른 zaman 내가 차나 이 레서 그 차이죠 그러면 다도 성도기 되더니 저 차다 세상에 성났다
Next comes the syllable A, which is the syllable of enlightened speech. Ordinarily, we grasp to sounds. When we hear a pleasant sound, if someone speaks nicely to us and is sweet, we think, oh, that's my friend. And if someone speaks meanly to me, then I immediately am enraged, and I want to fight with that person. So this all comes about thinking of sounds as real. Sound isn't real. So then Rinpoche rang the bell. That's not a real thing. It's a sound that comes and goes. So thinking of sound as real is a mistake. Whether we hear pleasant or unpleasant words, if we think of those words as something real, they will be the source of a lot of fighting. We'll fight with each other, we'll get in arguments. So rather, we understand sound and emptiness, the indivisible unity of sound and emptiness, within which there is no fixation on sound. And if we're able to abide there, there are no karma or habitual imprints. So this is the Vajra of enlightened speech, sound, and emptiness, and this is the purification of desire and stinginess of the humans and pretas, the syllable A.
제 마시는 좋다라 그래서 나 잘라 내가 보이서 내가 도고비 다시 보이서 데리차 이 데리 세나리 데리 다 세나리 배도 동성만이 배도 동만들이 세나리 다들 레버들이 마다게 다 이한도 다 죽을 때를 삼질이요 옆에 매지 어린 거래 세나디 생무디 세나디가 다 이다지 아니 다 이다지 어디 다 죽고 들이 총리 들이 족 차를 차리는데 용사를 족 매봐 칼죠 이다 되는 거지 이와리는 뭐다 이다디 뭐다 이다지는 되고 또 차다 세나지는 되고 옆에 이 상황 거래 어디도 차래 자 차세 이럴 말에 차상 말이 타봉도 그래 잘라고 가야 돼 차들 매화들이 차들 차들 누가 치고만 차도 열려 말지 참khi 남양 동발이 차서 열대에 동반이 누디면 따발이 잡잖아 땅아 차는 거 고소들이 차관이 밖에 있었는데 다 생물 다른데 내가 차들이 다른 탁동 송도지에지 자유 좋게 용조 게 용나 되지 내리 차단을 해도 똑같이 말이 그래서 탁동 송도지에서 그지 송당도 타고 그래.
If we don't understand or don't know this essence, then when someone speaks nicely and says nice things to me, I think, oh, this is my friend, and I feel a lot of attachment to that person or those nice words. And that's why there's a connection between this A syllable and the seed syllables for the humans and the pretas, which are humans and pretas realms are based in desire and stinginess. So both the humans and the pretas have this real basis of desire. And it's a desire for like the sweetness of love and loving kindness, but it clings to it and it won't let it go. It owns it. For the hungry ghost or preta realm, that sense of I becomes so strong so that you only think of me, I, and one gets smaller and smaller in scope, and one's form gets more and more subtle, and then one's born in this hungry ghost realm, this preta realm. So this is desire and stinginess are the seeds of these realms. It's thinking of these things, these objects of desire, these things as real. Thinking, I really need this is my thing, I want this so much. That is thinking of these things as real. Or thinking even of love as real. So things have the nature of emptiness, and this temporary love has the nature of emptiness. Actually, everything in this world is impermanent. So this kind of mind is rife with attachment and aversion, hope and fear. But piercing through is the syllable A, the Vajra of enlightened speech, sound and emptiness.
들이다 이동을 차 망벌 담다들 라리 소리만 소리는 차다는 이게 생광하리 생광을 쳤대는데 또 톡도게 되들 생광 나지 너가 먹었다 했다거나 이 나지 생광이 되면 내로통나 내로통 지내고 그래 상통을 또 통나 상통은 샘들 남가다고 차도 그래 남가를 이용해. 남가를 이면서 남가를 이면 되지. 니가 탐지 저만다. 다시 반하게 저만해. 저만 문에 사는 다음에 다 철들 문에 말해야지. 양말 말해. 이 집한테 그러니 저는 박차를 줘. 말이서는 박차지요. 리서는 박차지요. 우리 장매 박차지요. 니 박차고 뒤세디 박차를 박차고 뒤 데리들 리드 차가 요래 로아로 쓰는데 셈이 지달이 나기 이메요 하고서는 오 셈남 하다 그래야지 되게 주자와 참시애들이 다 처럼다 그래야지 하고서는 이를 똥톡도 해서 나도 세번 내놓고 저금 나오나 그래 오 셈으로 나기 이메도 없어 오 셈으로 남하다 그래 오다 죽어가지 다 되네 다 코로 철지하면도 파쇼하면도 우리 갖다 좀 나도 좀 힘이 상황이야 너희의 진실이 저도만 째셔도 나보고 철맞지 빠른 가면 가로 열려 말해 타마 내 마음에 찐가 내성 좋아 사제성만 다 샘도 가리지 하고 오고 토만이 요래 얘네 요게 얘들 탐제 10의 시설 혼대 이거 남도 샘을 하고서 그래 내가 탐제 10의 시시서 하지 이시지 다 나오자마자 먼저 샘을 남파는 일에 사람들이 말아리 배송들이 내용도로 지라파도 세종 샘다 남파 체비라 따롱도 잡아야 이제 그리 너무 당연 다들 돌아봐야 그냥 똥톡도 제지 그러니까 우리 당신이 다시 세번 제셔봐 이제 모두 줄들이 말아리 반응이 참으로 그래 그리 이제 똥톡도 제소 홍대 야와다 들어오지 않다 들어오는
야와당 타마yen.
나와도 차도냐 땅다 차도냐 야와도 그리 대그다 습지 이거 쏘고 있어서 관거대로 서로가 따와하고 습지 내지 좀뭐니 차로인데 삼대가 봐 잊었던가 그러다 삼대 홍수는 잊었던데 그리 대는 네하고 소산들이 내가 가르치는 사지 어째 조금 삼대가 있는 로 이게 좀 뭐래 돼
Well, next comes the syllable hong. But first, who is it that has a form or hears sound? It is your mind. So it is the mind that we cling to with self-clinging and dualistic fixation, thinking of self and other as separate. And based on this, we accumulate karma and afflictive emotions. So as it says in the 37 Bodhisattva practices, all appearances come from one's own mind. So this leads us to the Vajra of enlightened mind, awareness, emptiness. If we understand the true nature of mind, then this is the absence of self-clinging. So we can practice shamatha and then apply vipassana, special insight. And through vipassana, we recognize the mind to be like space. So in space, there are no two things. There are no two things at all. So there's no two in space. And we see everything like an illusion. So whether we think of things as real or if we think of things as unreal, it all comes into our mind. So it all lays a habitual imprint in the mind. Whether we think things are real or things are unreal, this lays a habitual imprint in the mind. And based on thicker and thicker, deeper and deeper habitual imprints, then we take forms. And we take forms based on the imprints of the mind. So if we think of self and other as two separate things, that leads one result. But if we understand that the mind is like space, that's a different result. So the ordinary mind of living beings is like a frozen block of ice, and we should understand that. So the hung is the syllable of the Vajra of enlightened mind, awareness, emptiness. So the mind itself has no self-clinging. And this has a relationship with the demigod realm of jealousy and the hell realm of anger. So in the mind, like space, there's no karma that goes out, there's no action that brings results outwardly, and there's no suffering that comes in. That is all based on sort of a heedlessness of the nature of mind. So the Buddhas have described the innate or inherent presence of the basis. This is the inherently present basis. So it's the basis of all primordial wisdom. So Milarepa has described this abiding nature as the perfection of wisdom to be like space. So this is the view, the Vajra of enlightened mind, the inseparable unity of pure awareness and emptiness. So this is the view that Milarepa describes, the Vajra of enlightened mind, awareness, and emptiness, and this is the syllable Hung. So this relates to the jealousy in the demigod realm and the anger of the hell realm. So it has a very great connection to anger and jealousy. So anger and jealousy is what freezes living beings as these frozen blocks of ice. What melts all these frozen blocks of ice are the syllables Om, Ah, and Hung. Through Om, Ah, Hung, we're able to transform these 6 seeds of afflictions. And if you understand that, then no matter what you engage in, you're engaging in kind of the activities of Buddhahood. So this is important.
Om
이 나타 퍼퍼스하고 나니들이 증코를 섬지 도지 섬지 성공해서 아니 저탑탑이 이제로는 배팽이 퍼가지고 말이 라탑지 라탐지 저탑지 이거요 동다 찍고 찍는데 하나니 semjin dapat tahu konai doji sone kare de de je ko den sima de je ko de o ni je ko de se de tamsa yo ma de ma re de pe je ko de ka di na yo re nam ka yo ne je ko de ta wa yo re chuko sin han long ko sin han de na yin yo ne da ma so de long ko ja thong ta wa ka du so wa ta na na da 촬영 거 yo re de be 근데 이제들이 죽어가 되는 통하고 말해 죽어도 농거니 답고 차례 진짜 매봐요래 내용은 돼 맛이 야를 깨지 뒤로 야치는 거 말이야 세게 건데 돼 저거 깨 되지 거 들이 봐봐 되지 건다 들이 다 저거 돼다네 세스는데 되지 저거 네 사이버진 거라 빼지 거 빼는 동문에서 나가는 저거 있는데 요라 리 퍼빠 되지 거데 랑 퍼빠 소정네 퍼빠 내가 오니 저거 사탐시 니가 처음에 퍼빠 찍을 창이요래 라그 답장 퍼빠 갈루면 저거 혼자다 이제 랑나 찍요래 제발 싸워 요마데 그가 되지 거 어때? 네 그래. 네 랑도지 거. 다 세. 네섬 담듯이 섬도 와. 나는 제 나도리 좀 하고. 내 세게 거. 내가 같이 네 지원데. 네 되지 거도 다 죽어도 롱거라기 디세베가 요래 하고 그래. 하고 남도 이제 헐섬도 남도 이제 헐섬도 와 하고 다는 너한테 된지 건데 네 남카페 남카 타다니 뭐 저거는 소라 이제 세면데 빼지 거다 빼다면 옛날에 딱을 퍼가 좀 그래야 돼
Continuing on with the consecration of the Kila, on page 79, the text says, in the middle, the light emerging from the seed syllables of the three mandalas, three Vajras, pervades the three realms of samsara and empowers the life force of all sentient beings with primordial wisdom. So the three mandalas arise as the three seeds of the three Vajras. So what do we mean by Vajra? There is the Vajra we hold in the puja. This is the substance Vajra. But we shouldn't mistake the Vajra to be something that is sometimes there and sometimes not there. The Vajra is there at all times. The Vajra is like space. So it's a symbol, it's a metaphoric symbol for the indestructible, unchanging pure realms of the Sambhogakaya and the Sambhogakaya and the Dharmakaya. So the unchanging space-like quality is the pure realm of Dharmakaya, and the pure realm of Sambhogakaya is the nature of the Yidam deities. So just like when rain falls in the sky, we see a rainbow. These Yidam deities are rainbow-like in their appearance, but they don't come or go. So the Dharmakaya and the Sambhogakaya are always present in an unceasing continuity. So they're always present together with all of their attributes that we meditate upon. So we have the 3 mandalas, and this refers to the self mandala, the front mandala, and the mandala of like the substance mandala. But these, though there are 3 in number, they're really not separate things. So the mandala of substance, the Vajrakilaya mandala, is a metaphor for this unchanging space-like quality. So in the Vajrakilaya mandala, it's actually replete, all of the mandalas of the deities, all of the power. So we have the kila, the substance, the kila, material kila, that's the word, material kila, that in front. And in this material kila is all of the power of the mandala of the deity. So we shouldn't think of the mandala as being something separate or outside of us. Actually, we share the same nature with the mandala. So there's actually not any difference whatsoever to be found. So we talk about the 3 Vajras. This is the indestructible quality of these 3 mandalas, the ever-presentness. So again, we have the 3 mandalas of self, front, and material mandalas. So the self mandala is we visualize ourself as Vajrakilaya, and then the front mandala is the deity, and then the substance, material mandala, is the kila and all of the various attributes. But in fact, though there are 3 in number, they're not separate, disparate entities. We have the inseparability of them. So we have the Dharmakaya and the Sambhogakaya as inseparable in nature, in essence. So we have the self mandala, the front mandala, and the material mandala. And they represent, the material mandala represents or is a metaphorical symbol for the space-like quality.
이 수행제에다가 이제는 무슨 무함만도 가서 또 좀지에 뭐래 나봐 사지바 용도가 또좀 돼 하고나더니 내가 그래 제도가 또좀돼 강리 다그 사람도 또다 당고디 공부디 취지 이제 또들 죽어 롱 대리지고 또들 롱거 그거도 나가 사람도 다 랑게더니 다 하고나 다지 또들 다그 사람도 다다 무서 그도 다 가려요 그는 오 언제 냐미기는 사마세미 오 심지 탐지가 능해야 하고는 내 탐지가 능해야 조금 더 능해 조금 가리지거든 단지식 것도 단지 가리식 것도 삼지식 것도 대식 투면도 때는 다 대사를 차로 사마세미 오는 대심지 더 sem기 찹대요 그래 네 지지는 인계도 또 되게 네 sem기 탐지 저로도 저성도 없어 나보고 다가서도 또 소소상 받침이 하고 라를 따와 하고 또 대라지 대사 받침이랑 인요리 따와 마도 나나더니 그것상 접수 사바침이 오나 그런데 그래 사바침이 오나 색지 탐지 피고 저 만드지 무슨 피고도 로죠 따사 받침이 오니 능이 시발사 좀 끊는 거 같아서 대는 sem기 탐지 능이 참 너도 나디도 너도 째게 나디는 유명한 가서 거래 근데 대니 뭐또 산촉심 요 산촉심 인민을 로디하게 사바침이 뭐구나 오 나를 dokter 나가 사바도 나가 사바침이 dokter 상공이 지요래 근데 대가 취지 이제 또 대지죠 또 유체배랑 이리요래 여기 제가 이제 시지에서는 되게 또 섬들이 남이 좀 섬들이 참 그래야 돼.
So we make dedications and aspirations, prayers in relationship to these 3 mandalas. And our prayer should really be to attain perfectly complete Buddhahood so that we can protect all beings. So the realization of Buddhahood, the manifestation of Buddha nature, is the dwelling in the expanse of the basic space of phenomena, the Dharmakaya. And so from this expanse of Dharmakaya comes the manifest Buddha nature as the Sambhogakaya, and then the realm we can see, the Nirmanakaya. Once we recognize the view from our own side, then all there is left is immeasurable love. We want to free, protect. Once we see all living beings suffering, then we want to protect them from their suffering. How can we protect living beings? We need to destroy self-clinging. The destruction of self-clinging is the increase of loving kindness. So we need to increase loving kindness. That's the method by which we protect living beings. And then it comes a natural outpouring of compassion. Sentient beings are all this frozen block of ice, and what melts the ice is loving kindness. So first we should meditate on immeasurable love. And this brings us closer to understanding the view from our own side. In fact, the nature of the view is loving kindness. So if we have immeasurable love, it's the thought, I must protect and benefit all living beings. I must benefit all living beings. This is immeasurable love. And this is what is able to genuinely pacify the suffering of sentient beings. So based on the singular root of self-clinging, we have all of the afflictive emotions and the reification of things and their attributes. But the mind of awakening is the mind of altruism, wishing to benefit living beings. This is immeasurable love. So what frees us from this constriction of self is immeasurable love. And then we can realize the basic space of phenomena that is naturally present, inherently, inherent, innate, primordial wisdom. So there's a relationship between the three mandalas and the three types or qualities of realization.
무구용 거래 무구용 거리 처음 줬다 라마는 라마는 교위시 뒤나 랑이 ምን 맞추는 거래 다들 무구리 들이 대바요나 무고 와서 말하겠어 뭐 무구지나 들이 남이 탐지 쓰라고 줘다 무구인데 들이 라마 사제기 무디지 내 무구지 그러면은 내가 잡아서 이제 뭐 되는 라마서 그렇게 무구지 맞추는 거리 다 대래야 돼.
What is the realization for Kilaya? The view that we realize through Kilaya practice is the same as the view that is realized through all deity practice. And it is the power of Buddhahood. It's the power of Buddhahood symbolized by Vajrajinu, Vajrakumara. So it's the Buddha nature manifest as the deity. So that's what we should understand, this singular Buddha nature revealed as Vajrakumara. So the three Vajras refer to the Sambhogakaya and the Dharmakaya and the Sambhogakaya, which are actually naturally inherent within each of us. And then for the Vajra, we shouldn't think, is the Vajra sometimes there, is the Vajra sometimes absent? Actually, the presence or absence of these Vajra qualities is the question of whether or not we've realized the view. So we can talk about the view in terms of the two types of bodhicitta, the ultimate bodhicitta and relative bodhicitta. The ultimate bodhicitta is this view of the abiding nature that we've been describing, and relative bodhicitta is immeasurable love. So this is the meaning of the two types of bodhicitta. And then, as the text says, the three Vajras pervade the three realms. Then these three Vajras can actually pervade the three realms of living beings. So the Buddha, the transcendent conqueror, doesn't need to conceptually visualize with reference points for loving kindness. It's a natural pervasion of love that pervades the three realms of cyclic existence. And so these go into the life force of all living beings, as it says in the text. So the two types of bodhicitta pervade the three realms of living beings and kind of strike their life force, benefiting them and empowering them into primordial wisdom. So this is what is beneficial in recognizing these three mandalas. So in brief, when we meditate, what's most beneficial to meditate upon is bodhicitta. Without it, there's really no method of protecting oneself or others. So bodhicitta is the four immeasurable attitudes. They're truly beneficial. If we have these four immeasurable attitudes, then the three Vajras can pervade the three realms and can strike the life force of living beings, empowering them or giving them the power of primordial wisdom, empowering them into primordial wisdom. So we have this nature of this Buddha nature inherent within us, and within Buddha nature is innate compassion. So the self-clinging is what creates these frozen blocks of ice of living beings, and the melting of that frozen block of ice is through this compassion, as we've been speaking about. So one method also of practice is to recall the Lama. When you recall the Lama, this immediately melts any fixation or suffering. This is what is called devotion. There's also descriptions of it as faith. So if you give rise to devotion, Milarepa has said, devotion is the root of all blessings in practice. So a sign of uncontrived devotion is a kind of spontaneous weeping or tears upwelling in your eyes. So tears will fall from your eyes through devotion. In fact, there can be 3 occasions where you might cry, kind of a natural weeping of tears. The first occasion is when you're undergoing extreme suffering. The second occasion is when you're separated from people you're really close to. For example, someone is in Tibet and someone else is in America. The third occasion is when you recall your Lama's qualities as the Buddha. Then tears will naturally fall from your eyes as a sign of your true devotion. So in these occasions, tears, it's not like you cry, it's like tears just fall from your eyes. And that's an important sign. We can take the example of friends being separated. Someone's in Tibet, someone's in America, and maybe you talk to each other or you just feel like you're still together. How is that possible? That's possible because you share a bond of loving kindness. Because you have so much loving kindness for each other, you feel togetherness. And that's the kind of loving kindness we should apply toward all living beings. That is the kind of power of love, of loving kindness, the quality of loving kindness. So loving kindness, immeasurable love, is the quality of Buddha nature. So that's what we should meditate upon, and that's what allows us eventually to gain some independence in our mind stream. So it's through understanding loving kindness. So these three Vajras pervade the three realms and strike the life force of all living beings, empowering them into primordial wisdom. What do we actually mean by living or sentient beings? We mean the objects of our compassion. So we should give rise to compassion towards everyone. So every single person we encounter, we should have a wish to benefit them. Who actually has that kind of compassion? The Buddha. The Buddha has that kind of power of compassion toward every single imaginable being. So we can begin our cultivation of great compassion and love through practicing the four immeasurable attitudes. So we have a temporary kind of limited access to this kind of love. For example, a mother and her child. She naturally cares for her child. She'll give her own food to her child. This is an act of love. But it is the unfurling of like immeasurable love that the perfectly complete Buddhas possess. So through their unwavering and vast, pervasive compassion, the six sages or six aspects of Buddhas go into the six realms of living beings, solely through the wish to benefit them. So this is loving kindness and compassion, and that's what we should hold on to.
탑 탐지를 팽기 조리 내가 다다디 쇼타가 이니 이들은 탐조이 이제
What is the benefit of constantly being mindful of the deity and their deity's mantra? If we aren't mindful of the deity and mantra, then we fall into our ordinary sense of I, me, I, me. And that reifies this very thick habitual imprints of a sense of self that we've had from beginningless time, which has propelled us into lifetime after lifetime. So how can we overcome this I, this me? How can we destroy self-clinging? We replace the usual identity of me, myself, with I am the deity. So that's how we are mindful of the deity. We are in the mindfulness of myself as the deity. And then how can we be mindful of the mantra? Wherever we go, the mind follows. And wherever the mind follows, the mantra follows. So we can have a kind of beautiful, melodious, long mantra that follows us wherever we go. Then we won't be fixated on sounds as real. So we regard the 6 realms of cyclic existence with loving kindness, recognizing that all living beings are temporarily obscured. And the qualities of mindfulness of the deity and mantra are the ability to purify the root of all cyclic existence, which is self-clinging. You can have a melodious, long mantra that is just always kind of in your mind, because this alleviates some of the thickness of our habitual imprints. We have such thick, such heavy habitual imprints, which are the bases of the afflictive emotions. So what is beneficial is the mantra, the deity and the mantra. So whenever we're in mindfulness of the deity and the mantra, we recognize the nature of all living beings. So we can visualize or meditate on Kilaya, and that should follow us wherever we go. Wherever we go, we can take Kilaya and Kilaya's mantra with us. So we've been talking about the 3 Vajras. The real Vajra is realization of the view. If you realize the view, you have the Vajras. If you don't realize the view, then you should cultivate the Kila of bodhicitta, of the mind of awakening. So bodhicitta is what allows us to realize the view eventually, where there's no longer the dual framework of self and other. And when we're in that realization, then there's non-referential compassion that naturally pervades. This is the realization of the basic space of phenomena. So this is the realization of the basic space of phenomena is the Dharmakaya. The manifestation of Buddha nature is the Sambhogakaya, and the freedom from the framework of dualism is the Nirmanakaya. So though we're in the Nirmanakaya realm, we're temporarily these frozen blocks of ice. And while we're frozen blocks of ice, we should think well about the fine detail, the minutiae of karma, cause, and effect. How the causes the causes of the 6 afflictions result in the 6 realms of living beings. So no matter how many realms, no matter how many beings there are, all of their afflictions can be subsumed in the 6 afflictive emotions, and these 6 afflictive emotions are further subsumed into the singular non-recognition or ignorance of self-clinging. So what do we mean by non-recognition? We don't recognize the abiding nature of mind, the meaning as it is. So once we do, it's actually quite easy. Then when we're dwelling within the nature of mind, love and compassion are naturally pervasive. They're naturally manifest. So please meditate on love and compassion. This is the and think well about the consecration of the Kila, like read it and think about it.
From the mantra garland, light rays and a second garland issue forth, passing from my mouth into the mouth of the consort. The self-resounding mantra proclaimed by the inconceivable dakas and dakinis in the consort's four chakras arouses the mind stream. From the concert secret place, the mantra garland enters my Vajra, and the deities residing within my channels proclaim the sound of the mantra. I visualize the mantra garland dissolving ceaselessly into my heart.
Benzaya anzada abaranzada marazana davadan savabana bhavanda benzara gala galaya savaba kadam gaya zaya benzaya anzada abaranzada maraz davadanaya savabana bhavanda benzara gala galaya Sawa bhavam karangaya jaya bandaya anjara abara marazana davadanaya savabana bhavam bandaya Om Kadam Gaya Jaya Bandaya Anjara Abarazana Marazana Bhavadan Savabana Bhavam Bandaya Gala Galaya Savabhavam Karam Gaya Bandaya Anjara Abarazana Marazana Bhavadan Savabana Bhavam Om Wanga Kaka Ganga Ada Janya Ada Dana Ada Dana Baba Baba Yara Lava Yaga Jawa Ona O Kaka Ganga Ada Janya Ada Dana Baba Baba Yara Lava Yaga Jawa Oma Kaka Ganga da 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 janya da 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 na da 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 na baba da 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 zo om bandar sado samaya manabala bandar sado de no ba da 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 no me ba so de ga yo me Subeja yo me baba anara do me baba sawa se de me da ya da sawa gama da 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 ye yang goro hong a ho banga ve sawa da da ja ma me me da baba ma sama ya sa om benzer sa do sama ya mana Idhanda do me baba sadega yo me baba subeja yo me baba anara do me baba sawa se de me baba ya da sawa gama da da me da ye yang goro O Bhagavan Savanadhangadam Adam Mahasamaya Sadho Om Benja Sadho Samaya Manabalaya Benja Sadho Dino Idhanando Me Bhava Sadega Yo Me Bhava Saveja Yo Me Bhava Anarando Me Bhava Savasada Me Bhava Dhamma Dharan Yayangara Hong Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savanadhangadam Bhajamame Yabhama Samaya Sadho Ome Ye Dharma Eda Dhabhava Eda Eda Page number 36. Vajrakilaya sarva bene bhavon pe. Now take lunch break. be za